how do you keep motivated day after day? And what do you suggest for a young kid to do during these times?
I mean, man, for now, it's really tough to stay motivated. For me, myself, I try to everything I can to just, get out of the door every day and just go out there and do what I love to do every day. But I'll say that for younger kids that do are looking, forward to keep racing and stay motivated for now during this hardest time. It's just like, wherever you can do in the morning or anytime you can get out and try to be safe and just to, even 20 minutes run or whatever you can do to aid that you get some exercises. But at the moment, it's hard for everybody to get out there and just to because of what's happening now.
It really is. Ryan, you're coaching your daughters. Now, we had a state championship in Arizona, right?
Yeah, they
Yes.
had a championship a couple weeks back, and yeah, we were thankful to get some opportunities. And as we look at kind of COVID, I see it as like you can look at it two ways, like the struggle that you're facing, or what's the opportunity within that struggle. And I know, like for my girls and for Sarah in particular, like Ed was saying, like the motivation has been tough because races aren't happening as much, but looking for, hey, what is actually the opportunity in this season that we're in? Maybe I get to build a way bigger base than I've ever built before. Maybe I get to do some weight training that I otherwise couldn't do if I had a bunch of races on tap. So I think there's been an amazing opportunity for athletes to take advantage of here. And it's been cool to see like world records going down and some really fast, impressive running. I mean, Jenna just ripped a 5K, like athletes are taking advantage of this COVID season. So yes, I can see it as like a massive challenge, but I also see just a massive opportunity coming out of this. And I think we're going to see the fruits of this season. We're going to see athletes thriving and running some amazing stuff as a result of having gone through this struggle.
I think just to pile on what Ryan said, I think that's a great point to make. And I mean, I think we all see young kids sometimes racing way too much. I mean, they have very long seasons. They get into road races a lot. They're doing cross country, especially distance runners, cross country, indoor, outdoor. They're doing all the major invitationals. They're racing during the summers as well. I think this is a great opportunity. You see a lot of these fast times happening right now because athletes are almost being forced to just keep just training really well rather than constantly trying to peak for races and constantly, going in those highs in their training and always running that risk of getting hurt and having more setbacks more than anything. So I agree with Ryan. I think this is a great opportunity for these kids to really get like solid, long lasting type base training in that'll take them into college, hopefully.
I'm not coaching now, but I do have a daughter who's a sophomore in high school who's pretty talented. And it's been really fascinating kind of watching it through her eyes and trying to keep my eyes out of her brain, if that makes any sense. Because she is going through, I think, a lot of things that have been talked about today, which is she really had her sights set on Foot Locker and some of the other national meets. And so she had some weeks in there that maybe she wasn't quite as focused because that wasn't a goal anymore for this year. And for a 15-year-old, it was harder for her to keep focused on the short term. And I'm a big believer, and I preach to her all season, is focus on what you can control, break it down into small manageable pieces. So this week, next week, you know, the one thing that is in front of you that's real, and go from there. And so I commend all you coaches that are working with athletes through this time. I can't imagine it's easy. You've had to really think and pivot and manage. And from the results I'm seeing, I think you're doing a great job.